Hello everyone and welcome back to Car and Bike. I'm Bilal and this is the all-new MG M9. Now we first saw it at the Bharat Mobility Expo early this year, and when it will go on sale, it will be the first offering from MG's new premium and luxury select outlet. And it will be the third of its kind in the luxury premium MPV segment. Well, not exactly a segment, because on one end of the spectrum sits the Toyota Vellfire with a starting price of 1.2 crore ex-showroom and a hybrid powertrain. On the other end is the Kia Carnival with a diesel heart and a starting price of around 64 lakh rupees ex-showroom. So the M9 with its electric powertrain and a good pricing, it will carve out a sweet middle spot between these two. So in this video, let's find out what's good about the M9 and what could have been better. But before we go ahead, you know the drill. It's like, share and subscribe to the Car and Bike YouTube channel if you haven't already, and hit the bell icon as well so that you can be notified every time we bring out a new and informative video such as this one. Now when it comes to appearance and presence, the M9 has got it in the bag. It is large without being imposing. It has got a road presence without looking bulky, and it has got a lot of real estate. But I think it could do with a bit more drama, don't you think? Measuring almost 5.2 meters in length and 2 meters in width, it is bigger than both the Vellfire and the Kia Carnival. Even the wheelbase of 3200 mm is more than both the Vellfire and the Carnival. But wait, you must be wondering, what about the Kia EV9? Well, the M9 is still bigger. You can see the numbers on your screen of how much space each of these large people movers may take up in your driveway. But what it gains in terms of dimension, the M9 lacks when it comes to the characteristic design. I would surely call it a good-looking car, but it does lack that visual drama or a characteristic element. Sure, the headlamp design is sleek and the tail lamp design is even more good-looking. And the front bumper flatters the Vellfire with some good imitation. And there's a generous yet subtle amount of chrome garnishes all around, including the Z-shaped window surround. But the rest of the M9 is a clean sheet metal that could do with some artistic hand. For instance, look at the rear bumper design of the Vellfire, like it's a skirt, or the overkill garnish of the chrome in the Toyota's grille, or the family design the Carnival carries that looks modern yet handsome. This M9, it tries to be simple, but doesn't instill an instantly recognizable trait while at it. Now you can buy the M9 in only 3 color options. There's black, there's white, and there's a grey. Now grey is more sophisticated. The white looks a bit more cabby, and I'm personally a fan of this all black exterior. But what's your opinion about the design of this M9? Does it look imposing to you? Do you want to change something in it, or do you want more color options with this one? Let us know your opinion in the comment section below. Now MG is positioning the M9 as the car for the chauffeur-driven kind. Even here at the Media Drive, they bought the entire experience about the second row and being chauffeured around. So getting inside the second row, it's fairly easy. It's a very tall area to get in, and the seats, once you're inside, is very first-class airline-like. You get the similar seats in the Vellfire as well. You do get individual seats in the Carnival, which is half the cost, but they aren't like this. Here you have solid seating position for both the individual passengers at the back, and a lot of control is integrated right here inside this touchscreen. Now more creature comfort here includes seat ventilation, seat heating, and a many mode massage function, which is very essential if you're sitting in a car like this over long distances. But more importantly, you get a music system from JBL that sounds good. The space is definitely more than what you get in the Vellfire, and more importantly, the feel and the quality of material that's used all around here, it feels very premium. It doesn't feel like it belongs to a car under a crore rupee, and that's a compliment in itself. You also get electronic folding doors, so you don't have to manually close it. A large panoramic sunroof, but the important aspect has to be the third row, and let's check that out. You have to walk in through this center aisle, is what I call it, and once inside, well, this isn't a bad place to be. Now this front seat, it's set to a normal position. It's not all the way back. and I'm sitting here for the first time, but the space that I get here is ample. Now the seats, they are properly all the way back. The incline is fine. Yeah, sure, you don't get the under thigh support usually in the third row, and that's the same case over here. But the legroom is pretty ample. The flat roofline, it also gives you enough headroom, especially from my frame. I'm 5.5. The window line over here is also really large, so people won't feel claustrophobic even if they have to spend long distances sitting in a third row. Now this is a 3-seater at the back, and I think it's decent amount of space because a sub 4-meter SUV, it also has this amount of space in the second row. So having that much space in the third row isn't too bad. Yeah, sure, when 3 people are seated here with the seat pushed all the way back, the boot space goes for a toss. You cannot carry luggage of 5 or 7 people seated here inside the car with no boot space. But if you're carrying 4 people around and fold down the third row, you do get ample amount of boot space. Now we are behind the wheel of the MG M9, and before I tell you about the way it is to drive, let me get some figures out of the way first. Now this one, it is powered by a 90 kilowatt battery pack. It is an NMC battery pack, and it powers a single motor mounted on a front axle. It produces around 240 bhp and around 350 Newton meter. Now MG hasn't officially given out a range figure for the M9 in India. They say it can go 550 kilometers under their internal testing. But I believe this heavy car, this is a big car, right? And despite this bigger battery pack, it will do around 380 kilometers in the real world condition. Because when we started this car early in the day, at around 97%, the displayed range was 450 kilometers. But that was the MIDC figure. Now there are 2 indicated range figures you get on the MID, and the other one, it showed me around 368 kilometers. So in the realistic condition, when you're driving it day-to-day basis, you should expect around 380 kilometers in the real world condition. But we will test this out when we have the car with us for longer. Now about the way the M9 is to drive. So this one, it is a huge car, but it has a fairly light and easy controls. The steering is pretty light, the visibility is great, but despite that enormous dashboard, the pillars are thin, you have a quarter window up front, and more importantly, all the windows are large and you have good commanding position right here from the steering wheel. Now of the day when you have given your chauffeur a day off, driving this is a pretty comfortable affair. The controls, as I said, is light, but more importantly, the ride quality is phenomenally good. It settles in nicely over undulation, it doesn't thud around a lot, and those 19-inch alloy wheels, it does complement the M9, and not just in terms of ride quality, but also in terms of overall stance. Now, like any other MG car, you get the regen setting set deep inside the infotainment screen. You have dual setting or 3 setting in it. I'm driving on the highest setting. It's no one pedal setup, but it is a good progressive regeneration. You do let go of the throttle and it starts braking on its own. It doesn't jerk a lot, and you can actually, if you have a good chauffeur around you, you can actually chauffeur it around like a proper limousine. More importantly, you do get level 2 ADAS, and it is a bit intrusive actually. It works really well if that's what you mean by intrusive, but for people who are driving it in the city or people who are taking it on the highway, there's a constant beep and jingles going inside the cabin. For example, if you're driving it in a zone of 60 km per hour and you're doing 60 km per hour, it won't beep. You go hard on the throttle and you go say 70 and 80 km per hour in the same zone, it won't beep. But let go of the throttle and it senses a subtle or a straightforward movement in your car in the 60 km per hour zone, but you're doing 70, it will start beeping, and it is a bit irritating at times. And you do keep on getting such jingles and chimes all throughout the journey if you have the full suite of ADAS turned on. While the drivability and the maneuverability in the city is good, even the highway manners are well sorted. Insulation on the highway speed is fairly good, and the quality of the material that's used inside here in the cabin is of a good standard as well. The quality of the dashboard, the design, it's fairly simple and straightforward. You get a small driver's display over here with a bit of an information mix match. You don't get battery percentage displayed on the driver's display, which is a bit of a bummer. You have to go inside the touchscreen to find the battery percentage. But overall, the ergonomics is not too bad. You have ample amount of space, the quality of the material is right up there with the best, and the M9, it's definitely worth the money of whatever it will cost. So at the end of the day, that's the MG M9 for you. It's not here to beat the Toyota Vellfire in luxury or beat the Carnival in terms of value. What it does instead is carve out a niche for itself. It gives you an electric alternative that is spacious, tech-laden, and also looks the part. Yes, the styling could be bolder, the practicality, it needed a bit thought into it, but driving and living with it is fairly easy. So for someone looking for a zero-emission people mover with enough presence and a lounge-like second row, this could be it. MJ's Select experience also promises a premium retail and ownership journey too. So this isn't just a new product, it's a beginning of a whole new customer experience. So that's the MG M9 for you in this video. We have a lot more to explore in this when we get to spend more time with it. But that's all from me in this video. I hope you liked it, and if you did, do hit that like button and share this video with someone who's looking to buy a large family car. And if you have any other questions regarding the M9 that I didn't cover in the course of this video, do write them down in the comment section below, and I promise we will answer them all. But that's all from me in this video. This is Bilal signing off. Until next time.